Okay, so hi everyone. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Liam Hartree here today with another episode of Presenting Champions. Today, joined by the main man, Big Pod, Daniel Podmore, new world cruiserweight champion for BKB TM. This man has gone from zero to hero, from pretty much a journeyman boxer to being on top of the mountain in the world of bare knuckle boxing. He has a massive fight coming up on the 21st of January. The time of this interview, it's just a couple of weeks out from that. So we're going to be talking about that as well as what it feels like to reach the top of the mountain, becoming world champion, obviously British bare knuckle boxing champion as well. So we've got a lot to talk about today. This is an update of a previous interview I did with Pod probably 18 months ago now. So Champ, thank you very much for coming on the show, and it's great to have you back with us. Thank you.
It's nice to be back on. So thank you.
You're very welcome, mate. Very welcome. It's a real pleasure. So, yeah, starting at the beginning, obviously, at the time of this interview, you're like a couple of weeks or whatever it is out from going to Thailand for a massive, obviously, world title defense. Very exciting fight, very exciting location. So, can you share with us a little bit about how you're feeling on the build up to that, basically?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, mate. Been training hard. Um, yeah, I'm just looking forward to get out there now. You know, see, coming to the last week's sort of camp now. You know, the last sort of weeks of camp now. You know, it's where you're most tired and you know you're most fed up and that. But you know, I'm still itching to go, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go over there, go to put on a show, and prove to people I'm the best in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, make a statement. And how does it feel to be getting this big opportunity fighting abroad? Because obviously that's something a lot of people dream of. Only some people ever get the chance to actually do it, though, you know. So you're part of like an elite group there. How does it feel to be fighting abroad and everything like that?
Well, obviously the dream was, you know, being able to go abroad and fight, you know, going cracking like the US and stuff like that. I've not managed to get to the US just yet, but I said to Jim and Joe that just get me on the next plane out. So whatever shows you're doing next, you know, I'm international. I'm interested, and they come back with Thailand. I was like, well, I've always wanted to go. It's not. I'm not being just yet. And I accepted straight away. I said, no matter what, I'm just get me on that show. And they was like, yeah, we'll get you on. So here we are, 2 weeks out from actually fight night, and yeah, I'm buzzing for it. Can't wait.
Yeah, amazing. Well, myself and a lot of people, you know, we're very happy for you because you've put in the work, obviously, over years and years and years to get to this level, which we'll talk about more in a minute. Before that, though, let's take a look back for a minute as well to obviously the cruiserweight world title, the big win, everything that's happened recently. Share with us your thoughts, your key memories of obviously the build up to the fight, because that was interesting as well. Obviously, how it felt to win, how it felt to become world champion, just the main things that stick in your mind that you'd like to share with people, basically, you know?
Well, just after the last cruiserweight fight, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, obviously everyone knows it was, you know, it was against Ryan Barrett. He was a good friend of mine. We've been sparring partners for the last few years. We know each other inside and out, sort of thing. Um, I thought it was going to be a little bit easier than what it was to fight a friend. But then, obviously, when I got in there and having the build up of the day, I had a lot of anxiety and started to, you know, started to feel some things, you know, what I didn't think I was going to feel. Like I said, I thought it was going to be easier to fight a friend. You know what I mean? Look, all the times we've sparred and stuff, and but it was actually a very, very peculiar feeling. It was weird, and it wasn't something that I was very comfortable with, which I think obviously portrayed that into the fight. I didn't stick to the game plan at all. I think I manifested a scrap in my own mind, and that's what was portrayed. As like I said, game plan out the week, game plan went out the window, and it was like a throw of the dice. You know what I mean? A toss of the coin. You know what I mean? He hit me. Fucking my legs went. You know, I had to recover fast and had to come back with my own shots. You know what I mean? So um, the tide sort of turned, and halfway through you know, the last round sort of thing, and then second round I had to step it up and people know me for like my fitness now, and Ryan knows I can go like that for 10, 12 rounds. You know what I mean? So it was going to be a difficult night for everyone. But like I said, it's anybody would have got hit, like hit with those shots that Ryan threw. Ryan's very, very heavy-handed. He's so anybody else, 100% would have been sparked out. I maintain to this day that I've got one of the best chins, if not the best chin, in BKB. Yeah, so I said if that shot would have knocked out an elephant, you know what I mean? And I was calling him on, you know what I mean? So it was a tough old fight, which I made tough myself. It could have gone a lot smoother, could have gone a lot easier if I was to stick to the game plan. But I think everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? I think I was meant to have that fight to show me that, you know, how tough I really want, you know, to test myself, sort of thing. So yeah, so I know that I can, you know, because the last 5 fights I've had, they've been, you know, stoppages. I've not come out with no damage. I thought I've had to prove to myself that I could actually like walk into the fire and walk back out again. So, and I think I proved that.
Yeah.
The performance wasn't the best, but you know, the heart and the durability, the toughness that shone through, which I'm quite happy about. People are saying that, you know, it was the best 2 rounds of BKB there's ever been, sort of thing. So I'm happy with that. The fans enjoyed it. I don't think my coach did, but we move.
Yeah, well, it's an amazing win, but as you've highlighted there, I mean, the way that it came over, you know, I was going to say that as well. I mean, best 2 rounds, absolutely electric, you know, fight from, you know, from the first bell and everything. It was amazing. So well done on an amazing achievement. Now, one other thing, just to hone in on there a little bit. Obviously, when you know you've won, when it's announced that you've, you know, you've achieved that and everything, especially in your case with like the amount of fights you've had, like 200 boxing fights or whatever it is. I remember from before an MMA and all these different things you've been doing before bare knuckle. Reaching the top of the mountain like that this time, you know, and everything. What did it feel to get there and to achieve that? I mean, what actually goes through your mind in a moment like that, if you get what I mean?
No, it was. I was just like, it was like a mix of emotions, to be honest. You know, I think sometimes, you know, I've had to prove myself a little bit more than others. But I think me achieving the, you know, the things that I have, you know, it's been, you know, it's left me like speechless. You know, with a bit of hard work and a bit of determination and stuff like that, and it just shows you how far you can really go. A little bit of hard work, like I said, and it's just the results have shown. But I've gone from strength to strength. Yeah, so I keep winning. By the graces of God, I keep winning. So it's yeah, I can't complain.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's amazing to get that insight into it. Looking back to the future, there's only a couple more things now anyway. It's only be a quick interview because of just updating the fans. But obviously you've got the Thailand fight and you've got that happening. Obviously not wanting to look too far ahead because I know taking it a fight at a time is often the best way. But in an ideal world, like having reached the top of the mountain now with the world title, your dreams and goals in terms of cementing your legacy. I mean, I think your legacy very solid, by the way, just to put that in there. But in terms of cementing it further, in terms of other people you'd like to beat, in terms of like who's getting that fire in your belly now going forwards, looking just, you know, just past Thailand, where would you like to go from there in an ideal world?
I think they're gonna have making the next start in June. I think I'm gonna be leading a team of Brits to fight some Americans, or so I hear. I think it would be like BKB versus BYB. Hopefully, I can have that BYB title on the line, because that's obviously an achievement that I want to seek after. I want to be that. I want to be that BYB champion as well, heavyweight champion. Yeah, so I mean, that's on the cards there for June, and then they're doing a show in Dubai, the Middle East, and later on in the year. I'm gonna do my best to get on one of those shows as well. So um, it's yeah, so it's looking like a busy year for me this year. Yeah, and I can't wait to get stuck in. There's a
Absolutely.
couple of guys that that may feel like they deserve a shot and whatever, man. But obviously, it's up to the BKB, whoever I fight. Like I said, I'm just about I'm about taking fights now that are cementing the legacy. You know what I mean? It's the big fights. Um, but I'm down for fighting for anyone. To be fair, but I'm down to fight anybody. To be fair, so it's all I need to do is put a name across, and I'll know that I'll fight. So
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. For anyone, that's the best way. Last couple of things then. Obviously, something that's a little bit different here as well. Given everything you've accomplished, not only in bare knuckle boxing, but like the amount of fights you've had over your career, being in there with the best. When it comes to people who are just getting into the sport, and like this is basically going to be your advice for like people who are sort of up and coming or just starting out or what have you. I mean, like I said at the beginning, you've gone from zero to hero. You've gone from journeyman to world champion, all this type of stuff, and it's just amazing. Having been through and done all that, if you had to give somebody like one or two key ingredients to succeed in, I don't mind what style of fighting it is, whatever they want to do, but succeed in combat sports, basically, what would you say to those people?
I'm gonna say train hard, um, stay disciplined, and anything is possible. Like I say, just you need to keep real to yourself. You know what I mean? Don't try to pretend to be anybody that you're not. Like I say, and keep train hard, fight hard. That's it. And I think anything is possible. You know, I mean, I'm a big believer in like manifestations and affirmations. You know what I mean? So if you believe in yourself, I think you can achieve anything. So I've always believed that I could have been something great. Um, whether that is the case right now is another question. Like, but I'm proud of what I've achieved, and I've always believed in myself to, thinking that I could get to this position. So yeah, I say bit of belief in yourself, hard work, and yeah, be real to yourself. Be who you are. Be real. You know what I mean? Don't pretend to be anybody else. So, and then I think you'll surprise yourself, just
Yeah.
like I am.
Yeah, there's some rock solid advice there, rock solid life advice. Love it. Yeah, affirmations, what you say to yourself, that's a big one. Manifestation, that's a big one. Discipline, believing in yourself. There's so many things you said there. Absolutely fantastic. Pretty much the last question of the evening, because obviously, like I said to you before, I mean, it's obviously just a quick one today to update people. But in terms of like people you'd like to give a shout out to, whether it's sponsors, friends, whether it's people who pay tickets to, come and see you fight or whatever, and what you'd say to those people, just your supporters basically in whatever form they come in, and like what you'd say to those loyal people.
Yeah, I'd just like to give a big thank you to everyone that does support me. I'd like to thank the people that hate me also, because even when you hate me, you're still a fan. So it's yeah, you're keeping me relevant. You know what I mean? So it's it's one of them. So yeah, so big thank you to all the supporters and all the haters. Big thank you to Jim and Joe for always helping. They're always looking after me. You know what I mean? Making sure I've got good hard fights. There's never been any sort of fighting bombs and stuff like that. They've always given me the best possible opposition that I could possibly have at the time. Yeah, and they've always looked after me. So all these people crossing over to different promotions and stuff like that, well, that just ain't me. I'm a loyal guy. I'll stick to who I know. You know what I mean? The people, but you don't bite the hand that feeds you, do you? So, and I'd like to thank obviously my coach Simon. He's obviously without Simon there'd be no big pod, so there wouldn't be like a new version of me. So he's a very big part to play in who I've become today. Yeah, I'd like to thank another select few like my partner. She's very 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 supportive, and she deals with me on a day-to-day basis, and she gets the ups and the downs, and she's still supportive. So she knows I love her. And yeah, that's it. So I'm just in for a good couple of weeks now. Gonna fly to Thailand on Friday. Just acclimatise to the weather, to the fight the next week, and then we get another week out there to chill. So I'm all for it. I'm ready to go. I'm all primed and ready. I'm ready to go kick someone's ass. Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, absolutely living the dream, and it's amazing. Obviously, best of luck for that fight as well. No doubt you'll get the win. And thank you for sharing everything you've shared today as well. You know, and being an open book as before, because it's just so inspirational. Like I say, what you've come from to where you are now, and obviously where you're going as well. So anyone else out there, take note of that. Anything is possible. You heard it first here. So yeah, thank you for your time, my friend. It's been great to catch up with you. I hope you enjoyed Thailand to the full. And yeah, just thank you for your time this evening.
Just a quick one before you go. Obviously, anybody who wants to watch the fights, you need to stay tuned. Obviously, for the times, etc. Of like what time the fight's going to be in Thailand. But you can catch that on Fight TV, also on BN Sports. So anybody that just wants to watch me defend this cruiserweight title, just be prepared to tune in and enjoy the show. But yes, thanks, Liam, for having me on again. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, my friend. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the Simply Inspired YouTube channel, and there'll be more videos coming soon.